Hello everybody, and welcome back! Last time, after surviving through a series of cataclysmic events, we managed to end up in a whole new continent. This time we're going to begin exploring said continent in search of a ship. So, let's go ahead and do that. Alright. And right now, right here, we have another Punch-Out. And since we have our new characters, let's actually try out a few of the new synergies that we have. Why not? Let's have Jenna defend. Also, the music that you're hearing right now, this is our main battle theme, also known as Felix theme. And Sheba goes first, because she is the fastest. And there we go. Alright, let's go in. So, now that we have more characters, we have actually some synergies that we can use from the menu. We have the Cure, Retreat, which is actually one of the more useful synergies, and we can also use the Move synergy to solve puzzles. Let's go ahead and use Cure on Jenna. And here we have two synergies, the Whirlwind, which is fairly useful, and the Mind Read synergy. This is one that I actually want to bring attention to. In the first game, the Mind Read synergy was used in a particular early section of the game in order to progress, but after that it is rarely really used. However, in this game, mostly because one issue with the Lost Age is that in some sections of the game, especially a big one later on, it can be a bit ambiguous to know exactly where to go or what to do to progress the story. So, I'm going to try to highlight those sections and, if possible, try to find out any small bits of information that may lead us to our next objective. And using Mind Read is usually a good way to go. So I'm going to set that on the R button. Alright. So, let's talk to some village folk. You don't look familiar. Have you been to Daila before? No. Well then, welcome to Daila, the northernmost town on the continent of Indra. Right, so we now know that the continent that we washed upon is Indra. Let's see what he's thinking. That wave turned this place into a swamp. Everything smells like brine. That tidal wave left a lot of standing water in our village. The worst part is that it's all salt water. Didn't it feel like all of Indra moved when that wave hit? Sure. I knew it. You felt it too. And that shock afterward. It felt like the whole continent got rammed into something. Yeah, that would be our small island. Thank goodness for that mountain range to the north. If that range weren't there, we would have been washed away for sure. And here we have a poor old man. Oh, that wave knocked me over. And now I cannot get up. I must have been born to suffer. And let's see what's on his mind. My hip's killing me, and all that woman cares about is how muddy my clothes are. She cares more about the laundry than she does me. Poor guy. Alright, so I actually want to bring attention to this house here. Between the pirates and the tidal waves, this town has the worst luck. Now that Briggs has been arrested in Madra, maybe our luck is changing. Now that Briggs is locked away, we shouldn't have any pirate trouble this year. Of course, that tidal wave did more damage than those pirates ever managed. Alright, so things to keep in mind for later. The wave was awful, but the noise that followed was even worse. The shock alone could probably have destroyed the road to Madra. I still don't know what the sound I heard was. With everything that's been going on lately, I'm still a little bit edgy. A lot of folks said they heard a terrible rumbling from the southeast. You ask me, it was the road to Madra crumbling to bits. We should find a different way to get to Madra. That shoddy road's a mess. Alright. In all my years as mayor, I've never seen a wave like that before. I am grateful that nobody was seriously injured. At least, nobody seems to have been injured too badly. Maybe I should make another inspection later. I believe you do get a different line of dialogue if you speak to him again. No, or maybe later. So we are given some information. Apparently the town of Daila was assailed by pirates, as well as the unfortunate tidal wave. Alright, there's a few kids playing out there. And here we have the item shop, more likely the weapon shop. Ask me anything about armor. So, this is the guy that sells the armor, and this guy sells the weapon right here. Come in, welcome, take a look at our fine weapons. I'm not going to do that right now because, first off, we actually don't have that much money, so maybe later. I wonder if those two are still out there. They know it's off limits. Ricky and Tabby sure are out late. The Shrine of the Sea God stopped the wave, but I'm worried. Ricky and Tabby were playing in there, and I'm too scared to tell anyone. I can't believe those losers were inside the shrine when the wave hit. If Ricky and Tabby want to be idiots, I say, let them. Alright, here we have our inn. Let's go ahead and rest up here. Welcome to our inn. It's 6 coins for a room. Would you like to stay? Please enjoy your stay. I hope you slept well. Have a nice trip. Alright. So, let's go ahead and leave Daila for now. Hey! You look like you already know a little about us, huh? Yes? See? You know all about us, so you must be an adept. Even I know that. You look like you're new around here. Embarking on a dangerous journey in a strange land? I thought so. Well, I'm looking for my companions. We were parted when Mount Aleph erupted. Would you mind helping me find my companions? Come on, take me with you. I'll even lend you and your allies my powers. You see, the more Jinn you have with you, the more powerful your synergy becomes. All you have to do is set us and then unleash us in battle. If you gather a bunch of us, you'll have all that power at your disposal. So, what do you say? Will you be a pal and take me with you? Of course, I actually really want to do this. I'm so happy! Oh, you won't regret this, I promise. The Venus Jinn Echo has become Felix's pal. While I'm here, would you like me to give you a quick explanation about Jinn? Sure. After bringing a Jinn into your party, you must set it to somebody. To give your Jinn to someone else, move it like this. After choosing who gets the Jinn, you can set it. Setting a Jinn changes your attributes, and sometimes even your class. Yes, as you can see there, by giving Jenna the Venus Jinn Echo, she changed her class from Flame User to Brute. I'll go into detail about that once we're done with the Jinn tutorial. When your class changes, the synergy you can use may also change. Next, I'll show you how you can use us in battle. Each Jinn has different unique powers. Once we have been set, you can unleash us in battle to use our powers. So, Felix, let me demonstrate the power of my attack now. A wild wolf appeared. Choose this command when you want to unleash me in battle, alright? Yeah, so now that we got our first Jinn, we have a new battle command. That's all you have to do to unleash a set Jinn. See? What did I tell you? When you unleash me, I use my special attack ability. After being unleashed, Wee Jin will then stand by, ready to be summoned back again. And here we have yet another battle command, the summon one. If you have multiple standby Jin, you can summon even greater powers into battle. See? Wee Jin can be pretty useful, can't we? But there's one more thing. After Jin has been used to summon, it must spend time in recovery. And once we've recovered, we automatically set ourselves again, so we're ready to attack. So we go from set to standby to recovery, then back to set. That is just a simple little explanation of how to use this. Did you get all that? Yes. Well, that's it. Now we're pals forever. Oh yeah, if you want to learn more about Jin, refer to the help, okay? You and your friends should make sure you get the most out of us Jin. Felix found the Venus Jin Echo. Alright, so quickly I want to go into more detail about the new Jin that we just got. So, Echo. The game does provide a battle description for his ability, but I want to go into a bit more detail. His battle effect is that he deals a Venus-based attack that is equal in power to the user's physical attack, meaning is equal in power to one of Felix's standard attacks, but that attack is increased by 60%. And the stat bonus that it provides when it is set on Felix or anybody is plus 9 to your base hit HP, plus 4 to your base synergy, and plus 3 to your base attack. And also one more thing. In combat, after a Jin has been used and therefore is in standby and ready to be summoned, you can also spend your turn to set him back to the previous state, but it will consume your turn, in case that you don't want to use a summon. Also, on the topic of summons, every summon has a specific base power, and also what makes them particularly useful against bosses is that they have an HP multiplier, meaning that the damage they deal is multiplied by a percentage of the enemy HP, which is why bosses are the ideal target. And also, after you use any particular summon, that particular character who used that summon gets a power boost, usually identical to the element. For example, if you use Venus, you get a plus 10 to your Venus elemental power. So, I'm going to quickly go over this summon in a flash. So, Venus is the elemental power of Earth. It requires one Venus Jin, has a base power of 30, has an HP multiplier of 3%, and after it is summoned you obtain a power boost of 10 Venus. Alright, with that, let's go ahead and proceed this way. And we have a cave and a strange tower atop a mountain range. This might be the shrine of the sea god that was mentioned previously. And indeed it is. Alright, I'm gonna throw the rope again. Just don't miss this time. Oh no, you missed again. Sorry, Tabby, I can't do it. I thought I got lucky when that wave carried me up here. What, are you crazy? It knocked you stupid for a good 10 minutes. Yeah, just find some way to get me down from here. Fine, just don't jump down or do anything dumb, okay? Alright, so we found the missing children, and unfortunately right now we can't help them. We don't have any particular synergy that can move that rope. If we go here, we do have the other child. Wow, you scared me! I thought you were one of the grown-ups from Daila. So, who are you? Look, I'm kinda busy trying to help my pal Tabby right now, okay? I can't find anything around here that'll help get him down from there. Alright, so right now we'll have to leave them be, so I'm going to use retreat. And let's get out of here. And I just remember that I forgot to go over the Brute class, so let's quickly do that. So, Brute is a dual elemental class. Both Felix and Jenna can access it. At the moment only Jenna can, because in order for Felix to access it, he will require a Mars gene. Now, it is a dual elemental class because being both an Earth adept and a Venus adept and a Mars adept, Felix and Jenna, even by themselves, without any gene, count towards that element. So if Jenna, being Mars, has a Venus gene, she has both elements. Now, onto the class itself. The stats are, it has a standard HP, quite below the standard synergy, above standard attack at a 120%, slightly below standard defense, slightly above standard agility, and quite poor luck, honestly. As for the moves, at this point in time, the only move available will be the growth synergy. But in about one level, you will unlock more synergies. And now there's one more dual elemental class that we can go over, and that is the Jupiter Seer class. Now, in order to access the only ones that can access this class are Sheva and Felix. In Sheva's case, she would only require one Venus gene, however Felix will not be able to access it until a much later rank. That is because the Seer class is one class that Felix has partial access to. Now, on to Sheva. She has, in this class, she would have slightly below the standard HP, quite high synergy, slightly below standard attack and defense, slightly above the standard agility and standard luck. And she will have access to actually a fair amount of synergies this early on. She will have access to the Cure synergy, the Bolt synergy, and the Growth synergy. And just one level later, she will have access to yet another synergy. Alright, with that out of the way, I suggest we actually go this way now, because there is one place that we can go in which we will be able to obtain a new synergy that should allow us to help those children. But before that, we actually have a proper battle against the Wild Wolf. So, it is level 5, it has 45 hit points, no synergy at all, 34 attack, 8 defense, 13 agility and 4 luck. Its elemental resistances are 48 Venus, 25 Mars, 72 Jupiter and 48 Mercury. It normally yields 7 experience points, which then become 9 if we happen to finish him off with a Mars gene, which we do not have. He drops 7 coins, which then become 9, and there is a 1 in 16 chances to then become a 1 in 4 that he will drop a herb. Now, as for his commands, he has a basic attack, as any enemy has, and he has what is called a monster skill. Monster skills are moves that are unique to particular monsters, meaning that the main characters can never access them, unless of course you hack the game. Another thing they have is that they have no synergy requirements, so that is why, even though most of the early game enemies have no synergy at all, they do have their special moves. As for the monster skill itself, it is called Fatal Fang, and it's a basic attack with an additional 11 points of damage. So other than that, nothing particularly impressive. And there we go. Alright, right there. As you can see, there's some sort of old temple right there. That is where we want to go right now. So we just had to circle around here. And we have yet another punch hand. Alright, let's do this. Okay. And we are almost there. Kandorian Temple. Have you come to see Master Boy? Sure. The Master will see no one. Leave now and do not return. Once the period of meditation has begun, none may enter the temple grounds. Master Boy's teachings require absolute concentration. I was hoping to hear Master Boy speak. Instead, I got guard duty. How boring. I do not understand, Master Boy. If I were him, I would allow more people to enter. Instead, I must turn away the very people who would benefit from his teachings. So it would appear that one of the guards is bored while the other one is conflicted. And yeah, the door is tightly locked. We can get inside, however, if we go this way. This wall looks rather suspicious, wouldn't you say, Felix? Yeah, so this is pretty much a hint to use Whirlwind here. Fantastic work, Felix! Keep a watchful eye for any strange-looking areas. So yeah, pretty much. Anytime you see a patch of grass or leaves covering what seems to be like an entrance or anything, just use Whirlwind. Alright. Now let's go up the well, and we're inside. I hope to enter the temple one day. I want to learn from the master himself. I still cannot believe that the older monks can levitate through meditation. If I work hard enough, maybe I'll be able to do it too. Maybe. Please don't break my concentration. I am lighter than air, floating, rising up. My mind is empty. My body is light. Now, float. Float. I am not just meditating, I am guarding the entry as well. It is important work. But someday I will be permitted to enter the temple. Empty the mind to lighten the body. I've been fasting for days. I got to be light enough by now. So even though we were not allowed entry, let's just go inside. Why not? You there! Focus! Focus your mind! Did you see that, master? No, no, no! You lack discipline! Now, you! How was that, master? Improving. Slowly. Continue your meditation. Your turn. Master, have I done it? Not bad. You might stand a chance to succeed. I can do it, master. Please, just let me try. Your skills lack polish. It may be dangerous. Do you still wish to enter? Yes, I do! I do! If you fail, you may lose more than just your pride. I do not fear death, master. Ho ho, is that so? Very well then. It's time for your trial, my son. Enter the cave and ascend. Alright, so we got our first gene and we learn a bit more about the Kandorian temple. Next time we're going to take the trial inside the cave and see what we can find there. Until then, see you guys.